Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you this 1v1. It's a ZvZ. Until Naga Caverns. That's right. The old faithful. The last map standing from the original map pool. A year later, we have Fats, the blue Zerg. His opponent, Laura Palmer. Laura Palmer. That's so random. Is this like, I mean, what I'm curious about, is this actually a woman playing Zerg by the name of Laura Palmer? That would be freaking cool. And I would even excuse the lame name because, just because. If it's not Laura Palmer actually playing on this account, then what the freaking heck, dude? What's up with that name? That is too funny. But hey, it's Fats. Just Fats. Not Fats Domino. Not Fats Supreme. Not Fats Yo Mama. Just Fats, man. Which I can respect. It's all good. We've got a ZvZ. Zerg versus Carrion Pigeons. Carrion Pigeons? I don't think those are real things. Oh, look! Oh my goodness, Fats! He so totally took out that drone! Let me check the freaking workers lost tab. Holy crap, he's got a huge lead! He's gonna win! Oh wait, that's not what I want to do. Word, Fats breaking it down, taking that pool, getting that gas, putting his overlord in a very strange place. That's just weird for this early in the game, yeah? This is gold, by the way. I believe, Fats, you want your overlord over here, or like over here, or over here. Someplace where, you know, you can see your opponent. His opponent pretty much doing the same thing. Gas poolish. Nobody doing an early expansion. At least not hatch first, or 15 hatch, or anything like that. Looks like we're going to have some Zerglings poppage. Queens coming out for both players. Fats making a few Zeuglings to get started. Welcome to NuubCast. If you're not aware, I'm Blomus, and we love noobs so much that we want you to see their awesome games. Oh, Lutron went for the spine crawler rush and was denied. Is he gonna do it again? He is. Is it vision? He does. Duh, it's on a creep. Of course he has vision. Don't be stepping. And these guys will be able to take that down for definitely, just like any other cheese you want to use 4 units to kill it. Zerglings out for both players. Quite a few over here for Fats. Cutting out that drone. Cutting drone production in order to get a good number of lings. Now the question is, will they meet in the middle? Does he have them on attack command? Because if he does, and they're going to stop, they're going to kill these 2, but that's going to make his opponent aware of what's coming, and he already has dropped down a spine, and that's going to be more than he needs to take care of business, I think. Only 6, is it 8? 6 or 8? 8 lings coming in. Queen and a spine crawler, going to be more than enough to take care of business. I don't know if they can get anything. Maybe this queen. No, they're not going to be able to get the queen because Laura Palmer's lings have come out. Oh, they did get the queen. Holy crap, that's actually very surprising. I guess they had just enough positioning. But that's it. That's what he needed to get ahead, making Laura Palmer make another queen. So that's a nice big advantage for Fats. He's going to have his ling speed up a fair amount sooner than his opponent. He's got an Evo chamber out. Not sure what he's going to do with that, but he's got a Roach Warren. No upgrades happening. Just, oh, there it is. Carapace level 1. Second spine down for Laura Palmer. Laura Palmer, isn't that like the golfer's wife? Jim Palmer's wife, isn't she Laura Palmer? Why I would know that, why that even occurs to me, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to Google the name Laura Palmer after this just so I can see. There's the fastlings against the not fastlings, but if he wants to do something about it, he's going to have to do it soon because the fastlings Laura Palmer's going to have passing soon too. Going to take down the queen a second time and then lose all of his lings. Let me just check here. Units lost. He has definitely lost more lings than damage he has done to his opponent. So Fats needs to chill out. Even though he's taken down 2 queens, he's getting layer tech in a second gas. He's actually very vulnerable right now, and his opponent is expanding. And he could actually be hurting himself with the ling attacks that are just taking out queens. We do have roaches out now for Laura Palmer, who isn't far behind at all. We take a look at the income here. Both have 18 harvesters. So both have been cutting drones in order to either make offense or defense. Laura Palmer, for whatever she's lost, is not far behind in the least. So kudos to her for keeping on top of a golf game. That's right, baby. You do it up there, Mrs. Palmer. I mean, it just sounds like so momish, yeah? But layer finished here. Layer not even started over here, but we do have the expansion about to pop. Scouting Overlord going to explode and spew its innards all over this group of roaches. I don't see no other upgrades, just getting more roaches, and looks like Fats wants to keep the aggression on. And he's going to send out these lings and these roaches. I guess, I mean, keep it going if you want, but here's Laura Palmer's Overlord's going to see all these units, not going to miss a beat, going to see all these roaches come down, going to move down to the low ground, move her spines down, which is a very good idea. She is getting layer now as well, and but because she has stopped making units and droning up and macroing, Fats is going to be able to do some damage here. He did have a significant food lead that has been whittled down because Laura Palmer is making 18 zerglings, which is probably not the best idea against these roaches. The 6 roaches that she's making will help out, but these lings are going to die pretty quickly to the roaches, but these other roaches coming out are going to be helpful. Not sure if she's going to be able to clean this up or not yet. Looks like she'll be able to clean this up. 16 more lings coming out, and now finally this attack will be turned back. However, she did lose a queen, was able to save the hatch. Fats, having seen the hatch, going to move back and start to think defensively now. And as you can see, really all of that aggression not doing anything really for Fats. It's such an interesting matchup in that regard. Units lost is pretty much even. Check income. Laura Palmer ahead considerably. Because she was defending and didn't have to cut as many drones. So, you know, I don't know. It's such an interesting matchup because either what do? Do you not put any pressure on? Do you just allow your opponent to macro up? Because I mean, we can't tell because of the style of game that was being played. Lots of defensive units had to be made. Lots of offensive units were being made by Fats. But if I had to say, Laura Palmer has better macro here and is proving it because she was on the defense and was able to decide when to make the right number of drones, when to make the right number of units to turn back the army that was coming to attack her. Now we have 7 roaches moving out, kind of as scouting. They want to check and see if she's got a third base. Going to see that she's not moved out there yet, and they're going to come down here and maybe move in, kill a few drones if they do decide to attack. But it looks like They're not even going to push in. Overlord almost dead here. We check out the tech. Nobody doing anything different. This Overlord is going to die. No new tech coming out for either player. Just getting the trying to get to 2-2 is Fats. Looks like he's going to stick with Roach Ling. And if we look over here, this is where perhaps one of our differences lie. We have +1 on range, and that's it, versus 1-1 range of Carapace and +2 Carapace, about a quarter of the way finished here. So Fats does have the advantage in upgrades. Infestation Pit down for Laura Palmer and both players. Macroing up after some interesting early gameplay, interesting early aggression. More units, more roaches coming down for Fats. And right now, if he wanted, if he attacked, he would be in pretty good shape, because we're waiting for the infestors to come out for Laura Palmer, who's basically macroing like a madwoman, getting the pathogen glands, but not producing. Oh wow, look at that, 20 roaches about to pop. But if that's not going to be enough, because this is a lot of roaches if Fats decides to move in. If he's going to move in, he's got to do it soon though, because once those 20 roaches pop, Laura Palmer will be in the precise position she needs to be in to defend, and she'll have infestors on the way with fungal, and will be able to crush any opposing force. And here comes the attack. Fats moving in, has a nice concave against these other units. Laura Palmer not paying attention, and still Fats with the greater concave. I don't know if he's going to have enough here. Laura Palmer instead opting to move the drones out instead of adding them to the fight, and that may actually be her downfall here, because it looks like Fats is going to just barely, nope, new roaches pop, but they are rallied away, and they're going to come in, they're going to make the difference, and Fats is going to be driven away, going to lose the rest of these roaches, and more roaches popping for Fats. Both players have their expansions up and running solidly. All of these drones moved up to the high ground, didn't need to, didn't even get any damage on the hatchery. And neither player going for a third. This is such an interesting matchup. And look at, though, both players getting quite a trust fund going here. Going to need to do something soon. There's a macro hatch going down for Fats. And pathogen glands are finished. 4 infestors coming out for Laura Palmer. She's got her level 2 attack almost complete. Looks like Fats has forgotten about his, at least a little later, so now he's actually going to be behind a little bit. But he's going to have a macro hatch, so he's going to be able to produce more units. And now he's finally getting his infestation pit down much later, and he could be in trouble as we see Laura Palmer getting her 3rd base down, and Fats looks like he's thinking about doing the same thing. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is like the mirror of all mirror matches. We have ZvZ, both players doing the same strategy. Minor differences here and there. We see Burrow going down for Fats, macro hatch down for Fats, as opposed to a 3rd base, which Fats is going to be doing anyway, so he's going to be getting a 3rd and have a macro hatch. So he should be able to produce more units. Both players got lots of minerals, and Laura Palmer is going to need to be picking up on her gas production soon. I think when she pulled all those drones off of her expansion here, that is feeding into the fact that she's a little bit behind on gas production. And infestation pit finished. Pathogen glands down for Fats. Burrow just about to finish, and Burrow now just starting for Laura Palmer. So, and now Fats going hive. It's just very interesting to see this mirror match and this similar strategy. This is Gold League. I don't know if this is like the gold level ZvZ strategy or what, but it's pretty fascinating to see two, you know, pretty evenly matched players. I still contest that Laura probably has a little bit better macro. Let's take a look. No, wow. Look at that. I may be being proven wrong by Fats as he has more. Nope. She's just about to catch up. So we'll just call it pretty even macro. Pretty even skill. It's all going to be about when to do what with your strategies. And Fats getting that hive tech, see if it's going to be effective. He's moving out for his third. Lots of roaches. Let's take a look at the unit tab. 28 roaches to 51 roaches. Holy crap, that's a lot of roaches. 5 infestors to 7. So I'm thinking Fats has the advantage here. It definitely has a huge food advantage. I don't know where or why that happened. If we have 9 more infestors coming out for Laura Palmer, but at this point, oh, just lost a bunch of units there. I think maybe there was some burrowed infestors looking for some fun, and they got themselves toasted. Not a lot of mining going on at either person's third, and Fat's looking at a huge food lead. Killing creep tumors now, which is weird because it's going to hurt him. Because he's not going to be able to move fast. 2-2 versus 2-1. Oh my goodness. Did Laura Palmer cancel her level 2 Carapace? Terrible positioning here for Fats. He's got himself in a bad spot. Infested Terran's going to come in. Going to be a big help. No more fungals by these infestors. There are a couple fungals. If she wants to throw them out there, she better hurry up. But it looks like Fats with the superior upgrades is going to dominate. No, don't run your infestors away. Definitely don't do that. I'm guessing Laura Palmer has maybe given up at this point. And the burrow with no overlords in sight. Oh wait, right there, Overseer. Hey, why don't you move that Overseer in? You might be able to, you know, fight. But this army getting surrounded by Fats, who had a pretty significant advantage going into the battle. Doesn't really want to kill that hatchery, but it doesn't matter. And Laura Palmer, GG's. Just a couple of apps. I mean, it was a very close match, except for towards the end there, and I don't even know how Fats got that huge food lead. But I would say there's a couple of boneheaded mistakes by Laura Palmer. She seemed like she was playing much better throughout the game, and then something happened. I may have missed it. Maybe she had to go to the bathroom or something. It didn't seem like the game should have ended so one-sidedly. I don't know. Maybe you Zergers can explain what happened better than I understand. Maybe I'm just missing something that's obvious. Obviously, the macro hatch was a huge benefit to Fats. He was able to pump out units much faster and get a big food lead like that. But beyond that, pretty even matchup. Interesting, enjoyable. Hope you had fun. Or whatever, you know, because it's NuubCast. Send me replays, noobcasters@gmail.com. They better be good. Here comes the new patch. It's on the way. Should be up tomorrow, but you're probably going to see this well after the new patch comes in. So, yeah. Whatever. Peace.